She's very easy to work with. Chal paise de de.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean that we have to take every negative comment and like sit with it and cry about it, you know, because if
But the idea of a marriage, does it scare you?
no,
No?
It used to.
Okay.
करना है यार, और क्यों नहीं करे अपने लिए opportunity create? आप करोगे ना अपने बच्चों के लिए?
Dating apps.
Yeah. No.
Oof.
It's too hard.
Blind dates? Hello everyone, welcome to Showsha. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with Dhvani Bhanushali and Aashim Gulati.
You also Chowdhury award. My character's name is Meera Chowdhury in the film.
Yes.
I thought you were going to cut it and say कि oh ये मतलब वापस कैसे बोल दिया एक बार फिर से बोल के देखो. And this is what she said. Okay.
No,
anyway.
You started it on a fun note. Great.
Yeah.
How are you both? How are you doing?
Fab.
Must.
Must, ekdam. All set
Taka.
for the release.
As set we can be. Like,
Yep.
it's good feeling.
Good feeling.
Yeah. When I also saw the trailer for the first time, I was just smiling. Not at the cost of sounding pompous or like self-absorbed, but that was a genuine emotion that I felt. I was like, yeah, it just left a smile on my face, and that's been a common feedback that I've gotten at least from people around me.
If it brings a smile on your face,
Yeah.
we've done half our job.
Absolutely.
And then you'll go to the theatres and watch it on the 20th of September.
चलो plug in भी हो गया सब हो गया चलो अभी let's start.
Yes.
No, so I was saying कि I'm assuming you guys did not know each other personally before
did
this
not.
film began. So when you met, like
Yeah.
what was your earliest impressions of each other? एक होता है ना ऊपर से जो impression बनता है.
Impression था, then expression था. Impression ये था कि expression उसके बाद ये था कि
सबको मत बता दे कि तू इंटरनली क्या फील करता है.
नहीं चलो बताओ.
No, it was like we met for the first time, and Dhvani was a little nervous, I feel, the first day because obviously like it's getting into a completely new space, coming from a completely different sort of background in terms of the arts. So of course she was, and I felt like I should just sort of make her feel as comfortable as possible. And I think I did a pretty decent job because Saurabh was there, our director, and like we did a workshop together. So it became a lot easier for us to sort of get into our characters and therefore sort of get acquainted properly. So I think we started off on a very good note, and it was very easy. She's very easy to work with. Chal paise de de.
Oh.
But yeah, it all started really well, and that was the momentum, and we just carried it forward, and I think it should translate on the screen.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It will.
It will, yeah.
You've seen it.
I still not seen the film though.
Oh, you haven't?
You've dubbed for it.
I have. Whatever I've seen like during dubbing, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Plus we're showing it in 16 cities.
Yes, I just came to know.
I mean, I also just came to know,
Yeah.
which is really terrific. I think it's because I think the producer and the director, they sort of believe in the film. I think that's why it's happening. It's really good, guys. Go watch it.
But what was your impression of him? Be very honest.
You have to be
Check
honest.
ready, hai na? I'm kidding. So basically, like he said, I was a little nervous, and anyway, I do take some time to sort of open up to somebody, and so basically, I was just worried about how I would be over, really thinking about his impression on me. So. And it does take some time, like I said, for me to open up to people. So my first impression was that he's done like a lot of work, in terms of being an actor. And I don't want to be in a place where I don't know what I'm doing. So I obviously met with everyone before, and I started to do my readings and everything much before Aashim actually came in, because it's my first film, right? I have to be
On top of
on top of everything. So I think when I met him, I was a little bit nervous, but then when we did a workshop together, things started to really open up for me, and I really liked him.
No, but being the relatively senior actor
Exactly
between
my
the two
point.
of you,
So he never made me feel
did
like
you-
I don't know or I'm like out of place. He always like was there for me, you know. That's what I'm getting at. He was always.
Also, it'll be so detrimental now if like you don't make your co-actor feel comfortable, or you don't have that kind of equation where it's a safe space to discuss anything about pertaining to the film and whatever it is that you feel like, you know, because that creates that chemistry that's required for the job. And I think it's so important to have that. And I feel like it was very easy and penetrable for us for both, that we gave each other that free space and an open field to just
there was
be
no
whatever.
judgment,
Yeah.
you know, like
And that's
sometimes when you meet certain
please.
Sometimes when you meet certain people, it's just that you don't hit it off like ever, you know.
Sure, of course
So
it happens.
it gets very difficult to sort of have a conversation and sort of approach. But I don't think it was there from both our sides, and you can see it. I think in the trailer also. You can't work together, you know, if it's that bad.
yeah.
Like
It was
there
easy for us to communicate with each other.
There are people who actually find it difficult because they're different people. And then, of course, because we're professionals, then you have to do your job and you come together and you're good actors or whatever, you're artists.
yeah.
So you come on set and you do your job, and then eventually you go back and you lead your own lives and then
That's
come back
totally
again,
okay.
right? But I mean, blessed are those people who actually sort of get to
Find that connection.
you know, have a very open space to say and do whatever they feel, and there won't be any judgment therefore. So I feel that's the space that we had.
But have you ever been on a set where you've collaborated with people you didn't really hit it off?
I think this question is more for him because I do music videos and on my
No, but
set
you have collaborators also, right?
Yeah, it could be any experience
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I mean that has happened in the past, but I just feel like I'm the kind of person where even if I don't hit it off, I mean, eventually I'll just find my space and do my job.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine for me. It might not be like the best performance because obviously you need like some connection that happens, but it's fine. Like you know, you eventually sort of do your job. But I hit it off. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I can have a conversation.
But what she means to say, I feel it's like conserving your energy is an art. Not everybody can do it. And since we're artists, I feel like you're very sensitized to like everyone and everything around you. So you have to protect your energy at all points because there might be a negative one around, and you are so susceptible to taking in all that energy. So when that happens, sometimes you don't know how to, because you just can get thrown off for any reason, right? A bad comment, a sarcastic one, or
But
like
that has happened with you, you're saying?
It happens to with everyone, it happens to you also.
Not everywhere, but yeah.
It does. It happens
not
everywhere.
everywhere, as in I'm saying not every opportunity you get. I mean,
Wait,
मतलब 10 में से I'm not saying कि 10 बार ही ऐसा होना है, 5 बार ऐसा हो सकता है. That's what I'm saying.
मेरे साथ हुआ है ये.
Okay.
Yeah. I for whatever reason there have been decent amount of instances where I've been thrown off, and because of somebody just not talking to you, or just having that energy which is not required in that moment. You know, there's a time and place for everything, and I feel like some people don't know how to draw that line of boundary, and when that is crossed, you feel like it's not about ego, but more about keeping in mind the respect of the space you're in and what you're doing in that space, right? So on a set, it's happened.
And it need not just be our co-actors. It could just be people that work around you.
No, but for me, it's not. It hasn't been my co-actor actually. So
as I feel like as performers, you're always mindful as to what you'd say to the other person when you're doing a
but not
particular
everybody
thing
is,
together. Yeah, maybe. But I am. I feel like
That's
you have to be
because
very...
you're so sweet.
No, you have to be sensitive because I just feel you could really throw anyone off. And if someone said that to me, if Aashim was a certain way, because it's my first film, I think I would be really thrown off.
Absolutely. It shakes your confidence also.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think our film would look half as what it does today.
If
Like
it was
at
that
least
way.
for whatever I've seen, it's not possible.
Because we had to work together all the time.
All the time.
And like I feel like he had to be nice to me.
No, but like you said, it comes through, which is, I think,
Yeah.
great. Let's focus on the positives
Yeah.
here. But yes, what I was getting into is the music. Okay, so there's Ajeeb Dastan and Ek Ladki Bheegi Bhagi.
There are so many. There's an entire album.
There's one
No,
release
but
today
this,
called
I'm talking about the recreations. Yeah, like
yes,
that way.
sure.
So I liked it, okay? I think
liked
it's
it,
fun.
na?
I think that Bheegi song,
Bheegi
Ek Ladki Bheegi Bhagi se, I liked it because I like the original song also a lot. But you know, I'm sure there are also a certain set of people who are not okay with remakes.
I was going to ask you that question actually, because I come from the school of thought that classics should
remain untouched.
Yeah. And I was a little skeptical when we decided on the song also, and then it came out and I was just like, it's so good. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved performing for it. I loved the fact that it's a classic.
Yeah.
But then again, I was reading a few comments and you know
Yes,
people
exactly.
talking about it, and I'm like, you know, it's a bit of a catchy situation. What did you feel about it being a classic and then sort of revamping it into what we've done?
My thought in general about classics being remastered or retouched, I think अच्छे से करोगे ना तो ठीक है, मतलब ज़्यादा adulterate भी मत कर दो. My point is that don't make it sound like a different song completely by just taking the hook line. That's my point. But I think एक भीगी
But we
लड़की
retained
भीगी
that
भागी
quite
से
well,
that
Kishore
vibe has been
has only
retained.
sung the hook. We've not tampered with it
Yeah,
at all.
absolutely.
And I feel like that was the best part, and we just added elements that could bring the hook together the best way it could have been. And it's done by Akshay and IP, and who also did Choli Ke Piche for Crew. And I think they've done a terrific job,
Yeah.
Also, the essence is still there.
Yeah,
like
it's
this
there.
essence, it's just we modernized it for today's
Just
time
change the sound
a
a
little bit.
little bit.
Yeah. But when you do get this mixed reactions, does it like make you sit up and think ki
You know, it's just that it's been actually I've become a little bit indifferent to sort of reactions.
Okay.
Over the span of the 5 years that I've been doing songs. I feel like everybody has their own opinion and they're definitely entitled to it, but I made a certain amount of effort in, you know, whoever the musician is has made a certain amount of effort into making that song, and if they think it's correct and they've put it out there, people are open to give the feedback and everything else, but that doesn't mean that we have to take every negative comment and like sit with it and cry about it, you know, because if we start doing it, it's just going to be like, oh, you won't be able to work anymore.
Sure.
So while I respect the people's opinions, I'm not going to sit and sort of dwell over it for way too long. I'm going to take the constructive criticism and move on and probably make something else, because it's like a running process, right? You can't just sit with it. But I do understand where people come from and where their emotions come from in terms of when recreations happen. But while you're retaining the essence of the track, or like you said, you liked it, there will also be a few people, and actually a lot of people that like it. I'll actually give you an example of Le Ja Re. So initially what happened was, the first day it released, there were a lot of comments saying you shouldn't have done this, and I really got bogged down because I was all of 1920 I think, and it just made me really sad. And literally like 15 days later, it was everywhere, and now it's like 1 billion views and it's on everybody's playlists. I had major fan following because of what I did with that song with Tanish Bagchi, Vinay Sabru, Radhika Rao. And it's just that sometimes when initially people start to say things, you don't have to take it that seriously. And maybe they'll fall in love with it. You know.
Absolutely. But you know, coming to the theme of the film, which is like the big Indian wedding, what's your thought on the big Indian wedding? Do you want it someday for yourself, or you're more of an intimate wedding kind of a person?
Actually, it's running away from the big Indian wedding.
Indian wedding.
Although the whole idea of a big Indian wedding has always pretty ingrained in our culture, and at least in mine, like where I come from, and it's exciting.
Delhi, yes.
As long as it's somebody else's wedding. No, but
No,
like
but you
having
also thought about it.
Having said that, yeah, it's fun. I mean, that's, I think, a part of why I'm an actor is also because the times that we've danced at a wedding and the times the amount of times that we've eaten so much food that we can't breathe at a wedding, and and it's a happy environment. Everybody is like in the best mood, and it's celebration time, so it's great. I would definitely, I mean, but I would not have like I would definitely,
big one.
yeah, I would
Okay.
definitely sort of save that money and maybe like invest or travel, and then have one big party, and that's it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Have you given it a thought?
Yeah.
What, do you want a big one or chota, intimate
सब
affair?
बड़ा भी चाहिए but कम लोग चाहिए.
तो फिर भरेगा किससे balloons?
नहीं, मतलब you go to, what I mean is that I want to go some place with like my people.
Okay, got it.
And then have a wedding and a party, and that's it. And then everybody can go.
Sweet.
But the idea of a marriage, does it scare you?
No.
No?
It used to,
Okay.
but
Not
now
anymore.
no.
I really want to get married and have lots of kids.
How sweet, how nice. Chalo, we don't have much time, but Dhvani, I have to ask you this. This is your acting debut, right? And your dad is producing the project. A lot of people might say a lot of things. You know, she's privileged. She has her dad who is producing, her debut film for her. How
तो
do
अगर
you look
इसके
at it?
तो अगर इसके पापा इसके लिए नहीं बनाएंगे तो मेरे लिए भी थोड़ा बनाएंगे. वो अलग बात है कि मेरे लिए भी
उसमें
बना रहे
लोगों को
हैं.
problem है. That is exactly what I'm saying. How do you look at all this?
See, how do I say? Yes, I am privileged. I am going to accept it. I am privileged, but my dad has really worked very hard for this privilege. He comes from nowhere. I've seen phases of life with my parents. When I was born, we had nothing. And he's built his life up over the span of 27 years. And I'm not going to sit here and sort of negate the opportunity. I will obviously take it because you want to grow you want to take the legacy ahead, right? And if I'm good at a certain thing, and ऐसा नहीं है कि बाहर से मेरे opportunities आ रहे हैं, they're like dropping in and and
There are resources available to
yeah,
you.
so ये तो हमने create किया है because करना है यार, और क्यों नहीं करें अपने लिए opportunity create? आप करोगे ना अपने बच्चों के लिए, पर आप उनको ये नहीं करोगे कि मैं आपको सब थाली में सजा के दे दूंगा. They'll obviously have to work hard for it. So I just put my head down and I'm working, and that I think I can only say that I'm really working very hard, and genuinely it's on the audience to accept me, whether to accept me or to reject me when they see the film.
Yeah.
Because the fact that I come from privilege now doesn't have to define whether I should do a certain thing or not.
You're absolutely
I
right.
really want to do this, and if an opportunity has come my way, and if cosmically things have happened, and I reject it, that's not going to be okay, right?
Sure.
Just because a few people think that it's come out of privilege.
But I have to add to this. I feel like yes, she comes from that. Yes, her father's worked so hard for her to live this life of privilege. But eventually, it is on her as to how she makes it through, right? Audiences are equally unforgiving as they are forgiving for newcomers and like people who are already in the industry and come from sort of
Like
that
a
kind of
film
privilege.
lineage, yeah.
It's equally hard for them.
Yeah.
I feel because there is so much to prove. And the expectations are a lot more as they would be from somebody like me.
Yeah.
Yes, they do get a lot of chances, and they will for a particular amount of time. But they have to prove themselves on every level. And if they do not, you can get dropped
Written off
Absolutely.
pretty
as
quick.
fast as they could
And
take.
just have examples like
you
that.
much rather have a gradual graph
Yeah.
of ups and downs, like the ECG machine, than to just completely shoot up just because you come from where you do. And then one day, if you can't sustain that, then what's the point?
And while I talk about privilege also, I don't come from a film family. It's not like my dad's an actor who everybody knows. So, and I've spent 5 years to build my name. People know me because I'm a singer, and they could have written me off back then too. But they did accept me, and I'm genuinely very grateful. And because of that, I feel like while I've made that audience, I can do a film. And also because I really worked hard. I didn't just land up on set and be like, हाँ picture है करते हैं. I mean, I did spend 2 years training myself, and I did get this opportunity, which I'm very grateful for. But this was the only opportunity I had. It's not like everybody was calling me and be like, "Oh, would you be a part of my film?" That was not happening.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy.
Karan Johar didn't call you?
No, nobody called me.
I thought he called you.
No, that's what I'm saying. So my privilege is slightly different. I would just say that I come from money, and I really respect that my dad has spent so many years earning it, and now I can live my dream because of his effort.
क्या बात है?
That was beautiful, beautiful. एक जल्दी से rapid fire खेलेंगे. Okay, let's be quick, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever gate crashed a wedding?
No.
No.
No? Okay. One word reaction to the following. Dating apps.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Nah.
Okay. Online dating?
No. I mean,
No.
I'm
Sorry,
not,
I can't. Like, I have to know you.
Know
I get very
you.
scared.
Online dating मतलब क्या होता है कि
Online relationship.
but कैसे? Like
Like
without
मिलते
meeting each other.
हाँ.
हाँ, मतलब ऐसा होता है.
होता है. अच्छा.
Just texting.
Oh.
Long distance relationships.
No.
Oof.
It's too hard.
Blind dates?
No.
Scary.
No, why not?
No. Why not? Okay. All right. Do you believe in astrology when it comes to marriages? जो हम ट्रेलर में भी देखते हैं थोड़ा सा.
थोड़ा सा.
जहाँ राहु केतु.
हाँ.
हाँ.
Do you believe in that?
थोड़ा सा.
Okay.
Yeah, not to the extent of कि बस यही है अब इसी को follow करना है.
Okay. The biggest green flag that you look for in a partner?
Respect.
Yeah.
And the red flag that you don't look for?
Just see how the way they talk.
Dishonesty.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, arranged marriage or love marriage?
कुछ भी चलेगा. आदमी अच्छा होना चाहिए.
धवनी लाइक शादी करा दो बस कुछ भी चलेगा.
नहीं वैसे नहीं यार, शादी करा दो मीनिंग मतलब लड़का पसंद भी तो आना चाहिए ना.
But you're open to the idea of an arranged marriage, is what you're saying.
हाँ.
Okay.
Nah.
Love marriage?
Love.
All right. Okay.
But love, and then parents should like
Like
also.
basically
ऐसा,
arrange a good love marriage.
Yeah, that way.
Best, no? That one is last one. Okay. Have you ever met someone through family?
No.
No.
No, not yet.
I think people just got scared. Nobody asked me. Like literally, मेरे कोई रिश्ते नहीं आए.
I thought I'm like that road runner.
Road
the
runner.
cartoon Road Runner. Beep beep. Before they even have anything to say, I'm already gone. It's like, where do you go?
All right. Thank you so much to both of you. Good luck for your film.
Thank you so much.
कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म. Hopefully एक बहुत अच्छे नोट पे खत्म होगा ये film at the box office. Good luck
नहीं
to
ये
both
खत्म
of
नहीं
you.
होगा, ये film evergreen होगी.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.